Greetings, I am Dominic Bytes. Welcome to another episode of Byte Club Cinema, and I totally wasn't just muted there. Good lord, okay, I need to finish off this cup of coffee. Okay, there we go, alright. So, now this is a rare solo Byte Club Cinema. Normally I have Diesel, or Cookie, or someone else with me. Steve's by myself now and then. People will remember the early content for my channel was Byte Club Cinema. That was actually one of the mains alongside Minecraft. Because watching movies was something my old computer could do without chugging, so I did a lot. So people remember, Atelier, Ryza, Gene of AI, several others I did by myself. Diesel became a regular after a little bit there for a few things, but I did a lot of it by myself. Now this is Fate Strange Fake. That's right. If those longtime fans, actually Missing might remember this, she's been around long enough, she might remember. So Fate Strange Fake was one of the very first Byte Club Cinemas I ever did as Dominic Bytes. So Fate Strange Fake, the opening movie, the pilot episode, Whispers of Dawn, one of the very first things I ever did as Dominic Bytes. And it's right up there with Lackadaisy and Has-Been Hotel. And among the first things I did, I think it's the first anime, for 100%, it's the first anime that I watched as Dominic Bytes. I think it's one of the first streams I did. I did Minecraft, Conan, and Fate Strange Fate, like the 3 test streams I did as Dominic Bytes before I started doing this regularly, just to get everything situated. So this is going right back to literally the very start of the channel doing this. Minecraft Cinema streams. Oh, thanks, Missy. Minecraft was hilarious. Yes, I will get back to it. I'm glad you do Hightail. Whims of Folk here, I need to get back to. I need to finish my base in there. I want to do Hightail. Everyone's calling Hightail Minecraft too, and yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, I know. And also, people will know I did make one change to this model. One of the complaints I had from Bess, who's another VTuber, well, not complaint. She pointed out that I was, some of my stuff was triggering, and I just realized I don't have my tentacles up right now. Hold on, why don't I have my tentacles? There we go. Okay, now I have my tentacles. Now, that makes more sense. Oops, I did a 6-app open before I started. Oh well, anyway. So, one of the problems was photosensitivity. So because I had 2 blinks, right? I had one blink while talking and one blink while silent. That was causing the model to flash way too fast. So anyone with photosensitivity would have problems looking at that. So I toned it down. So I got rid of one of the blinks. So now there's only one blink, and that is when I am quiet. So that would be less frequent, less common. There's still a flashing back and forth between the talking and resting. I have lowered the mic threshold. So now, as you could tell, I stay in the talking animation a little longer, a little more consistently than I was before. So that also helps. That keeps it from stuttering. So much, it still stutters about it, but it stutters less now. So that's good. Yeah, it's a little smoother now, smoothed it out. And of course, when I had my live 2D for debut here in February 3rd, that will no longer be an issue because live 2D doesn't have rapid swapping. So yeah. So Dominique will actually be good for photosensitivity, funnily enough. And King currently is working on a 3D model for Fembytes. So soon I will have, I'll have 3 models with 3 different formats. Dominic here will remain PNGTuber, probably indefinitely, and as well as remain the Byte Club Cinema standby. Fembytes will be a 3D model. I use him for the indie games. But Dominique will be live 2D, what I use for mainstream games, major releases, that kind of thing. So, there you go. I'll probably do Dominique with Hightail. Honestly, because I think that's funnier. I like the idea of Dominique doing quote-unquote hardcore Minecraft, so that includes Hightail Ninja Story, honestly. So, I'll probably be doing that, just so you know. But I'm sure Missy is looking forward to Dominique's live 2D debut. I think I gave you a preview of it. Yeah. Jinsel did a great job. It's on me. I need to play up the acting. There's actually a whole thing of physical acting with Live 2D that I'm going to have to get used to, so you will see me developing that over time as I use her. So that should be fun. Because this is a Byte Club Cinema, there's no YouTube stream, obviously, but because YouTube sucks when it comes to auto detection, I don't want to get a copyright strike, so this is not on YouTube. Anyway, going back to the thing. So Fate, Strange Fate. So Diesel's not here. The reason being that he doesn't know Fate series yet. I need to sit him and Cookie down to watch Fate Zero, which is a good starting point. I discussed this the first time I watched this. I discussed the Fate watch order. Fate Zero is where you should start, generally speaking. That is a good starting point. It's a solid series. Ignore the very first Fate Stay Night and Fate Unlimited Blade Works movie. Those were not good. Ignore them. They're not canon. Just ignore them. They're bad adaptations. But Fate Zero, Fate Unlimited Blade Works, Lord El Malloy, Fate Apocrypha, Fate Extra, all those are pretty solid. I enjoy Fate Extra. And I know that's considered not great, but it looks gorgeous. It's enjoyable. It's not good, but it is enjoyable, so I do enjoy that one. The only Fate series I kind of stay away from is the one with Ilya, Prisma Ilya, because the fan service in Prisma Ilya is oriented towards the people who enjoy like the lowly stuff, and it's not me. So it makes me feel a little uncomfortable, so I stay away from it. Note that I don't have like super strong opinions on lowly, I just don't like it. Yeah. Yes, the person who has an avatar with giant boobs is not a fan of lowly. I don't think that should surprise anybody. But at the same time, I'm not going to be like, oh my god, anyone who likes lowlies or something. It's like, no, whatever. Hey, it's not my taste. There you go. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it. Let's see, trying to think what else. So yeah, since Diesel has not sat through the Fate series, I tend to do these solo. People will remember I've done the Fate Camelot series, the Grand Order movies, the Camelot arc. I've done that by myself. I will eventually get to Heaven's Feel one of these days. It's on my to-do list. I have still haven't seen them, but the Heaven's Feel movies I've been told are great. They're a wonderful trilogy, so one of these days I'll sit down and watch those. But yeah, what we're going to do today, I'm going to do Fate Strange Fate again. So, because Fate Strange Fate, the movie in episode 1, I did way back when, right? Because the pilot was one of the very first things I did on the channel. So my very first, of things. So we're going to do that. And episode 1, same deal. I did that very early on. So we're going to revisit the pilot episode 1 here. So I'm going to do both of these back to back, same episode. Then we're going to do episode 2 and 3. As at the time of this recording, there's 3 episodes out. So then we'll get to 2 and 3, which is new territory, new released, new for 2026, episodes 2 and 3. Woohoo. But I wanted to start with the pilot in episode 1 because it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years. I've forgotten what the setup is. So I want to go back for my own sake to remember it. That way I can watch 2 and 3 with a clear memory. Because I've forgotten. What is it? Because it's been so stretched out. And I was not, by the way, when I watched that pilot in 2023, I wasn't expecting to have to wait 3 years for the series to come out. I thought it was going to come out like in a few months. And apparently the series was supposed to come out last year. It got delayed again. But it's okay because apparently the delays were to increase the quality. By all accounts, the studio delayed the series to really polish it, really nail it. So unlike lowly is a not for me thing. Exactly, miss. That is my sentiment exactly. I don't have any strong opinions on it. This is not for me. There's lots of stuff out there like feet. Feet are not for me. I find feet boring. So you won't see me doing feet stuff because it's like, boring. Boring. I don't really like it, and it's not for me. Back kind of thing. Femdom, same deal. Not a fan of femdom. Female, or the woman on woman is fine, but like, woman on guy, not really my thing. But that's personal preference, and I understand why. Hey, it's King. Yay, King is weak. Alright, I'm gonna get through some Fate Strange Freak first, King, and then we can do some Michael Punk later. Great, glad you're awake. Awesome. That's the other player. We're gonna do Michael Punk with King here later. Explore that since that's been hugely updated and revised. Finally got the paid version. I do want to explore that one. So Fate Strange Fright is so we're gonna do Fate Strange Freak pilot and episode 1 here together. Then 2, then 3, knock all those out, and then I will try to do this weekly as it comes out. So each episode, just like before I start gaming on a given day, I'll just start with Fake Strange Fake, then switch to a game. That's the way I'll do it, just to get these done. And let's see. Programming note also, so tomorrow, originally we were going to do the Chainsaw movie, so with Diesel, Cookie, and myself. However, Cookie has had to cancel all streams this week. She's not available. She had a family emergency. It's very unfortunate. I don't know how much of the details I'm allowed to disclose, but it's family emergency, so she will not be streaming at all. So Diesel and I will do Nerf Out 2 tomorrow instead. Knock that out. Cookie wasn't going to be part of that anyway because she hadn't seen Nerf Out 1. So that's a good chance for him and I to just get that done, check it off the list, and then we'll do the Chainsaw Man movie. Probably not next Tuesday because Diesel's not available, and not the Tuesday after because Dominic debut. But yeah, we'll get the Chainsaw Man movie probably February. I'm also still planning to do Wicked 2 and Fit Out 2. But we'll do larger group events for those two. Fate Street Fake will just be a side thing that I am doing on my own as a solo Byte Club Cinema. Haven't done one of these in a bit. Haven't done a whole series. I usually just do these in small spurts, like Think Camelot, or the Slime one, or the Spy Family movie, stuff like that. I used to do these as one-offs, or the Odd Taxi movie. That was another one. Though I just like doing these now and then. So alright. Yeah, me too. I hope they're doing okay. Okay. So now usual caveats apply. There's a mask code video. Why? Because copyright. There's subtitles on those so you can follow along. There'll be a timer so you can follow along. If you're watching this live, you get to hear the audio. If you're watching the VOD, you do not because copyright. It's also not streaming on YouTube because copyright. Because screw YouTube's detection. I still have the copyright warning from my Homestuck stream. And you know what's weird? Okay, you know what's weird? So YouTube struck me. Copyright struck me. For the copyright struck me for my Homestuck. But then turned around and was totally cool with the VOD for. I didn't have to do anything with the VOD, so the VOD has no copyright strikes, but the stream did. So that makes no sense to me. I don't know why I got a copyright hit on the stream, but the VOD is totally fine. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. It didn't dawn how just bad my is getting. Near her PNG side, live 2D size. Yeah, I know. Well, don't worry. I know. Yes, Dominique's smaller size on the live 2D. That was really to do the physics. Ginger is going to be working on several things. One, outfit change because y'all like Jenny. So we're going to try to make sure Dominique gets her Jenny outfit switch. Going to try to give her some expression toggles like ahigao. Obviously we want Dominique to have ahigao. They're going to try to get her the yogurt toggle as well, so you can splash your yogurt on her. Maybe get a couple tiers of that. And of course, also a boob slider. Boob slider is very, very important for Dominique. I feel very strongly that we should have redeems.
Greetings!
So, hey, Violet. Please see you. I feel very strongly that we should have a boob slider redeem toggle that will allow you all to make her boobs bigger and bigger and bigger over the course of the stream. That way you can just max it out. Oh, hey, nice. Thank you for the streak. Oh, you're doing awesome. Yay. Glad to have you all around. Yeah, I got Mod if they chat for once. Yeah, because he's lit work right now. He's doing pretty good, so. Alright, that's enough drawing on. Who's in the start? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So this is the pilot. Again, I've already watched this once. I'm gonna watch this again because I don't remember it. It's been 3 years. So let's see if I can do better commentary on this. Also, I've got it'll be fascinating to compare this one versus the very first one. But I got the dynamic lighting now. I've got a new model, a new voice. So we know that this is the summon, I think, for Gilgamesh. Right, and also, this time I'm doing it, I know this is season 3. So, For those wondering what is the watch order for Fate Stay Night, you have like a full and like a partial, and it really depends. So Fate Zero and Fate Unlimited Blade Works are seasons 1 and 2, and they are in the same universe. Fate Strange Fake is season 3, so Fate Strange Fake is set in the same universe as Zero and Unlimited Blade Works. So this is the third part, essentially. Now, you also have a spin-off, Lord El Malloy. Lord El Malloy is set between Zero and Unlimited Blade Works, and it deals with one of the side characters who does appear in this pilot. So he might actually play a role in this. Read all the documents, yes, the Holy Grail War. You seek the Grail. Well, find the castle Anthrax, and then, you just have to punish all the nubile 18 and 19-year-olds in there. No, like Newt, you have to give them all a good spanking. Yeah, so this whole thing is about the Holy Grail War comes to America, which is actually really timely, all things considered. So, yeah, so America is just taking everything, now we're taking the Holy Grail. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah, what's cool also about the Fate series is the complexity of the magic system. Like the author of Fate has created genuine magic system that is just like insanely complex, detailed, and eternally consistent. Right. You have the Throne of Heroes, which is a multiversal construct. So the reason why all of the servants are the same across different series is the Throne of Heroes is a multiversal singularity. All heroes come from the exact same throne across all universes. Hey, do bring good Violet. Yes. Yeah, I love also, like, Gilgamesh is the same in every single... Yeah, Gilgamesh is the same in every universe. Yeah, at first I was like... Yeah, at first I thought it was Gilgamesh who cut off his hand, but no, it was this lady. And she... Yeah, Gilgamesh was already like, this guy's not worthy of me. Right, but she knows how to talk to Gil. Because yeah, if you want to have Gil... Budging the thief who sold the key. Yeah, that's how he summoned him. He used the key. If you leave, I'll let you live, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I like how she is also... We're like, no. Yeah. She had a counter ready in case he did something stupid. And Gil's like, okay, you are a much more competent mage than the other guy. I like you. Yeah, and Gil also immediately senses what's up. It's like, oh. You are in tune with the land. You're using the ley lines. Right, their magecraft is attached to the land. Right, mongrels are always mongrels. Magecraft doesn't elevate you. Yeah, and this is when Gil acknowledges her, that's when she becomes the master. Because, yeah, Gilgamesh has enough that because he's so insane, he can just be like, you are unworthy, I'm not obeying you. You can force me, but like, I will work to like, destroy you, because, yeah. You have to prove yourself, and she did. And here we have Lord El Beloy. So, now spoilers, he is Waver Velvet from Fate Zero. So he was a participant in the war before Fate Unlimited Blade Works. But, so, yeah, so the El Malloy, so Lord El Malloy is where we also meet this character here, I believe. Yeah, what's also fascinating too is we know that he had a chance to participate in the Mage War that Shiro was. He opted out. And then they were having another one, so he's like, oh man, I kind of wanted to join, but like he knows better. We had bounded fields around it. How do you know about this? It's like, I broke through them. It's like, damn it, kid, why are you so talented? Yeah. Yeah, but basically the kid was able to sneak into the top secret meeting because he's just that skilled. How do I get an item? Napoleon would not obey you. Yeah, so he's wondering like what are the rules for an item? Right. Now the thing with Valoy is he still possesses part of the cloak of Iskandar, Alexander the Great, so he could summon Alexander the Great again if he wanted to. Also, the servants remember each war, so like Saber remembers the 2 wars that she was summoned in, for example. Right, so the question is, yeah, so we have this American city, Snowfield, and somehow they're generating their own rail war. Right, because the Grail, so the root is literally the root of all magic. It's a multiversal construct that, if you achieve it, gives you access to tons of stuff. Think of like the Holy Land for mages or something like that. Right. Yeah, so think of like the root as like a Fountain of Youth or El Dorado, something like that. I really hope that Fleck doesn't have a bad ending, because I like this kid. I'm rooting for this kid. I don't know what's going to happen, especially since he's Lord El Malloy's student. I don't want anything bad to happen. Yeah, but El Malloy having been through a Grail Wars, like, yeah, no, you don't understand how bad this could get. I've seen people assassinated. I've seen people like forced to kill their own wives and children. Like I've seen some stuff, man. Right. Right. The problem is it's a fight to the death. Like you can both kill the other hero. It's not just a fight between heroes, it's also a fight between mages. His seek is to befriend. I'm going to make friends with all the hero experience. Yeah, good luck with that, kid. Neil is not going to be your friend. Oh, weird. Now, at this point in the story, both Rin Tosaka and Heavy Ashiro from the previous season should be in the clock tower as students. I want this. You can have it. Yeah, I believe Malloy was also Rin Tosika's professor at the same time. Oh crap, I forgot to start the timer. Oh my god, I just realized. Oh, I'm terrible. And I'll start now. Oh my god, I'm forgetting everything. Yeah, so that is Alexander the Great's thing. Yeah, so at the time of this recording, so I started it around 11 minutes, 20 seconds in, for anyone wondering. Sorry about that. Six of them. Right, so now we're finding out a key difference. So in Japan, there are 7. But in this game, there are 6. Right, there is no saber. So they're preventing Arturia. And we're also finding out who the mastermind is. The third Grail War, right? So the third. So the third is, I think, the one before Fate Zero. Because I think Fate Zero is the 4th, and then Unlimited Blade Works is the 5th. Now the other trick too. So for Watch Order, going back to that. So Fate Zero, Lord Elmaloy, Fate Unlimited Blade Works, then the Three Heavens Fields movie. That gives you all the main routes. Then you have Fate Strange Fake. Then you have the alternate dimensions. So Fate Apocrypha is an alternate universe, where it's the 4th war, but there is a divergence after the 3rd. So the outcome of the 3rd war is different between Fate Apocrypha and Fate Zero, which creates different circumstances. Then there's Fate Extra, which is also an alternative universe. And of course, Fate Grand Order also has its own universe as well, which has, and that one also has a different 5th war. Yeah. And I'll find out. How did he kill a mage? Well, turns out bullets work. Yeah, mages are not immune to bullets. Unless, if they have prep time, yeah, they can. But, yeah. The US government is actually one of the ones securing the resources for this Grail War. And it's also why it's called Strange Fate, is because this is not a real one. This is an imitation of the original Grail War. And so here we see one of the assassins. Yeah, the 7 classes. You have Assassin, Rider, Saber, Archer, Lancer, Berserker. Oh, okay. Then she's just straight up just murder. Yeah, but the assassins, yeah. So, as you can tell, servants don't always have to obey. If you're unworthy or you're not strong enough to control them, the servants can rebel. They can say, you're unworthy, I'm just going to murder you and find somebody else. Now, depending on the servant, some servant actually kill the person, some of them will just disappear. Some servants, though, do have enough magic on them that they can act independently without a master for a time. And Gilgamesh, for example, he can go a really long time with no master just as he's that powerful. Right. But Langle, yeah, Langle was not actually there. That was just a clone, basically. Yeah. that he revealed what he needed to reveal. Right. So what you're seeing is the militarization of magic. Say, fight back in anime. In any of this ones, yeah. Yeah, so if you're unworthy, the server could just say no, kill you, and then they'll either disappear, or if they have a means, they can stick around for a little bit, maybe pick somebody else. You see this in Fate Zero, in Fate Stay Night, for example. The person who summons Caster is unworthy, so she kills him, and then finds another guy, and has him as her master. Right. So now we see her goal. So yes, so Snowfield is city. So she's Native American, if you can pick it up. So this is a Native American tribe who guard the ley lines of this land. And they see this Grail War as an intrusion. Right. So she is on the side fighting back against the government Mage Alliance. Because they see it as desecrating the land, because they're using the magic of the land. So Gilgamesh is basically part of the resistance. And he's like, yeah, well, they're trying to steal my grails, so okay. A modicum of conviction. Now that's a bit of compliment from him. Spend my time under a different guise. Okay. So now I think this is the part where Gil is going to like take a use potion. Did we see that in Fate, I think Ataraxia? Where he like usifies himself, turns into a team. Yeah, now these two are creepy. The parents here, the kid, at first you're like, oh, they're concerned parents, and it's like, oh no, they are not. Oh no. Yeah, so the daughter is the master, and oh boy, yeah. Obvious, yeah. Yeah, doll puppeteer, doll maker, yeah. Yeah. It's like, hey, I gotta do, please tell me more than one season. Oh yeah, no, this is series 3. This is season 3 of this series. So Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, Fate on the Moon Blade Works are the first 2 seasons. And you also have Lord Elmaloy, which is another series. So this is like series 4. And man, that's not even counting the Heaven's Feel movies. Yeah, and what we see here, Lord Elmaloy is like, I want to go in there, I want to go in there, I want to join, I want to play. It's like, I have to hold back. Yeah, this is the part where he finds out, wait, what? and Lord Elmaloy's like, no, that idiot, he did it, he didn't. Pathetic, where the hell is Flat? Where's my student? Where's my apprentice? Yeah, did he? Oh no, and this is where Lord Elmaloy realizes that his student has charged recklessly into danger. Right, and Lord Elmaloy's like, oh no. That idiot. And then what's funny is Faldius here thought that was on purpose. It's like, oh, there's no way someone just recklessly charged in, alright? Oh no. Yeah, and he already has the command seals too. Yeah, the toy you won for a game was relatively. Yeah, he's gonna summon a hero with a boy. We still have Gray. Now, Gray, she's the background character. She's another one from the L'Oreal Malloy series. Yeah, and even thought it's like, wait a minute, we put up multiple fields. Yeah, you'd have to be insanely powerful to pierce that. It's like, yeah, flat is extremely powerful. Yeah, I love how like they casually mention, oh, he got packed out of fields. You're like, okay, what does that mean? And then it's like, wait, no, that's that. Like then you have this old timer going, okay, no, that's actually crazy. What in the world? And it's like, oh, yeah, flat is just like. He has no sense, like no, so high int, low wisdom build here, basically. Yeah, he instantly analyzes and understands them just natively, without him to have anything explained. He just understands how it works. Right, but because he used a toy, not an actual relic, he got a weird one. Yeah, he summoned a servant with no altar or incantations. Just from literally scurrying around with magic energy, he summons a hero, which, by the way, that has never happened and is considered impossible. And he just did it without thinking. Don't mess with an American cop. Yeah. Oh, okay. Right, so he got a loose, like kind of shapeshifter, one. He's like a phantom. Right, but because of the bad summoning, because of the bad relic, those would be, which is now of legend. Went by. Yeah. So this is supposed to be, now, this is an alternate Jack the Ripper. So those who know Fate Apocrypha know that the actual Jack the Ripper in the Throne of Heroes is... Yeah. So Flack got the Berserker, which is, heck, yeah. Berserker is like one of the strongest classes. Yeah. Right. So this is Berserker Jack the Ripper. In Fate Apocrypha, we meet the other Jack the Ripper who is assassin. But however, Extreme Jack the Ripper is a small girl who represents the dead of Victorian London. So this is, because he used a toy, he didn't get true Jack the Ripper. He got essentially a much a different version. This is similar to when Fate Stay Night, you had Musashi, or I said Kojiro was summoned as like a fake assassin, even though Kojiro is considered mythical. So if you do a weird thing with the summoning, you can get like not true heroes. So this one is not a true hero, but still, I could portray my next materialization. Right, so this Jack the Ripper lacks identity, lacks ties because of that. Not really a compliment, yeah. But hey, flat. Mysterious beings? Yeah, he just wants to be friends with Jack. It's like, I'm Jack the Ripper. I kill a lot of people. Hey, you sound like you seem to be a good person. Wait, what? I'm a serial killer. What? Right, you can directly crush. Yeah, so infiltration and deception. Yeah, he's also invisible because he doesn't have a true self. What? And the third's like, wait, we're just gonna take a break? What? Why? Huh? Yeah, but then we go back here as the summoner of assassin here. Now, all assassins are supposed to come from the same troop. Now, we meet the origin of Assassin in the Camelot series, by the way, so if you watch the Fate Grand Order Camelot, you know where the Assassin Order comes from, which is the Middle Eastern Assassin Order. Yeah, and meanwhile, we got this guy. This guy who is also modified with magic. Yeah, so she is part of the Assassin Order, but she is, yeah, so most of the time you get like one of the male assassins. Yeah, the problem is though, her master is kind of a crazy. I wonder what the fights are. All the fight scenes are amazing. Fate is known for absolutely gorgeous fight sequences. Like, the thing I love about the Fate series, the dialogue is stupendous and the fight scenes are stupendous. It has excellent characters, excellent story, excellent action. It's got everything. It's complex as hell. Like, there's a whole bunch of plot threads. It throws a ton of information at you and it just assumes you're going to sort it out, but it's worth it. Kuroka. Right, so they know about time. And again, they know about the girl's parents, right? So we can assume that this is part of the government forces. Yeah, so this is one of the government participants under Faldius. Right, so Flat was just like, there I am, and then just quietly disappears. And they have no idea who he is because he literally just popped out of the clock tower. Yeah, and he correctly identifies Gilgamesh as like, okay, that's a big one. So different kings over time, by the way, have different titles. So Gilgamesh is the first king, because being the first hero. So he's the king of heroes, the absolute strongest, the one who dominates. Alexander the Great is the king of conquerors. He knows the origin of conquest itself. Saber Arturia is the king of knights, because she rules over all knights. And then you have the comatose girl here, talking to her servant. Oh boy. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Her servant's communicating to her in her mind, giving her pleasant memories. But you can be sure that that kid did not have a good memory. And now we see his servant. So he has the caster. So we don't know what class Gil is with someone. Now Gilgamesh can have every single one. Trauma's gonna hit that family hard. Oh yeah. Yeah, so Gilgamesh can be any role, same as Hercules. Like Hercules was one of the few that can actually oppose Gilgamesh and like is a threat to him. As even Gilgamesh acknowledges his strength. Right. So Castor serves this guy. Jack the Ripper, we know Jack the Ripper's the Berserker. This guy's the caster. We know there's no Saber. We know the other lady is Assassin. So that leaves Lancer, Archer, and Rider, and we don't know who is who of that. So Gil could be Archer, Lancer, or Rider. We don't know. Yeah, so this guy is, this guy's quite the card. Yeah, he's like some kind of like story writer or something like that. Yeah, so he's replicating noble phantasms, if I remember right. Yeah, so his plan to fight Gilgamesh is to equip an army with copies. To overwrite a legend. Yeah, so if you're going to compete with Gilgamesh, yeah, you have to attack the legend itself. I take bad scripts and improve them, yeah. So he alters stories, and he can alter a narrative. Right, and the problem is, since Gil has been on the last two Holy Grails, this is the third Grail War that Gilgamesh has participated in, there's a lot of data on him. Right. There's swaying mechanics here. Right, an army of human noble phantasm wielders. Yep. And of course, the reference to Cuchulainn is really cool because in Fate Unlimited Blade Wars, Cuchulainn was Lancer in that one. So this is a mage who was conceived of an anti-hero force. Humans with noble phantasms that can kill heroic spirits. And we know that humans, not all the time, but there are humans who can compete with heroic spirits. It is possible. Now, I believe she is a heroic spirit as well, not a mage. By the way, the golden raspberries for bad acting. I think she knows that. You actually think you're in charge? You think you're just a... So a Grand Khan, so he's part of some kind of lie or ruse, but we don't know what yet. Yeah. Now, the Holy Grail, sadly, is kind of horrifying. Like, there's a reason it got destroyed the last one. ruler won't be coming, right? Right, now that's the other one. So now two other classes that can also come are, yeah, ruler and avenger are the other two variant classes. Right. Now in Fate Apocrypha, because they broke the rules, a ruler came in. Ruler happens when the rules of the Holy Grail War are broken. Ruler is to get it back in charge. So in Fate Apocrypha, we saw Joan of Arc. But what she's pointing out though is, so normally a ruler would appear because this is a violation. I mean, same with Fate Apocrypha was a violation, so ruler pops in as a control mechanism. So what she's pointing out is like, we may not have to worry about it. If we make this real, a ruler won't intervene. There won't be that additional. Yeah, if you say you're crazy, it's fine, right? But now she's also saying that the caster that we just saw is a fake caster. But if she's calling him fake caster, that means the other reason we call this fake strange fake is there seems to be a fake layer essentially to the reality here. Essentially, like, some of these servants are not a real Holy Grail participant, but there is definitely a layer of fakery. Like, or in other words, kind of like Fate Apocrypha, there might be two different wars. Right. So this guy, now we see another process here. So there's multiple ways that you can summon a hero, as we're seeing. You can, in addition to just like screwing with magic using ley lines, like we saw with Team and the other guy, you can also like magic circuits. You can also offer sacrifices through biological magic power. And that's what this guy was working on. Now, we've seen this character before. This character is Enkidu. Enkidu appeared in Fate Grand Order, the Babylon arc. Oh. No, so basically what this dude was doing is making chimera. Yeah, so he was creating animals from chimeras, basically creating super magical beasts, the idea of which to sacrifice them to then summon a super powerful servant. Yeah, if every guy that stares at you like that, run, because that is... Oh, yeah, Faldy's just like, nope. Yep. Yeah, this guy screwed up. Yeah, so what we're seeing here. Yeah, so in addition to the Throne of Heroes, there is a step above that. So above the throne of heroes is the Divine Realm. And the Divine Realm has assisted gods. You're not supposed to call gods into the Holy Grail War, because gods are a tier above a hero. Enkidu is a god. Yeah. Now again, we've seen Enkidu in Fate Grand Order. That was a fake Enkidu that was created by the bad guys, so it wasn't the real Enkidu. That's something that pissed off Gilgamesh. Like, you're not real, you're fake. I hate that. But this is the real Enkidu, who is a god. Enkidu is also childhood friends with Gilgamesh, so... The reason they're childhood friends is this is one of the few beings that Gilgamesh could actually, like, go toe-to-toe with and not just outright murder. And Gil's like, oh. Like, as Gilgamesh earlier said, oh hey, I want to wait for a worthy opponent. And it's like, oh, well, okay, my childhood friend? Yep. It's a worthy opponent, alright. Yeah, as that Gil was about to de-age himself to turn into his teenage form from fate ataraxia. Yes. Have your attention on me and I will guide you. Alright. This is Gilgamesh going. Alright. Yeah, he was reaching into his vault, because it's like, yeah, I've got a worthy opponent. Yeah, Gilgamesh is not playing around. He immediately goes for a weapon that could destroy the entire planet. It's I believe, the only anti-planet tier noble phantasm. He will literally destroy the Earth if he wanted to. He chooses not to because he owns it. But Enkidu's like, oh, it's Gilgamesh. Yeah. So that one guy was making doggos to try to summon a powerful servant. He went too far, and that's why Faldius killed him, because he ended up summoning a god. And gods are well beyond the parameters of the Holy Grail War. This is why Faldius is like, oh no, this is bad. Like, it's bad enough we've got Gilgamesh, now we have a god to deal with. Not only that, we have the god that Gilgamesh is friends with. Yeah. This is when they knew that, oh no, this fake war is getting really out of hand. Yeah. And he's like, oh no, they're starting already? Oh no, you're not supposed to start already. But I'm kind of Gilgamesh, just like, gee, don't fight, kid. It's like, we haven't seen each other for thousands of years. Yeah. It's like, we don't care about your games, you all are mortals, we're gods, we will play as we like, you are boned. Yeah, but Flat is detecting them. Literally anybody can detect this, because the magic power that's being exuded by Gil and Enkidu is insane. You would say after killing someone, yeah, so Flat can sense it, but so is literally everybody else. Like, everybody in that area who's have magic attuned is like, oh god, what in the world? Because Enkidu is a god, like, more powerful than any heroic servant. Like, god tier servants are, you are not supposed to summon these because the rules of the Holy Grail War don't entirely constrain them. So, worse than Gil, basically. It's a god made manifest on this earth. And it's an ancient god too, for that matter. It's like, the assassins over there like, oh no. Yeah, everyone wants eyes on this. Yeah, Enkidu. Yeah, and Gil does not hesitate. It's like, alright, here's an attack that can destroy a planet. Yeah. Because this is how they play. Like in the terms like in Kaido and Gilgamesh would like wrestle and match each other. This is just how they say hello. Powers that can nuke a planet. And they're just like, yeah, hey, I see you again. Been a long time, buddy. Yes, my sword created the heavens and the earth. Yeah, Kaido is essentially Gaia. Yeah, Kaido is essentially the planet. And Gil, yeah, and they both have the same attack and Elish. Kaido can channel the power of the planet, and Gil can channel the power that destroys the planet. Yeah. Is that broken? Right, so even in her comatose state, it's so powerful. Like, the lightning here, this is her sensing that combat. Where she's like, oh god, like that's, like, it is so powerful, it's disturbing her comatose state. And of course, that makes her servant go, well, I guess I need to take care of that, don't I? So now the servant's on the move here. That's what gets, it's like, the servants is so massive. It's yeah, but like this is an encounter the planet hasn't seen for thousands of years. You can discriminate between life forms. Right, but Kaido is willingly giving himself over to his master, basically. Right. No longer protecting all life. Right, and so that is a reference to how Gil behaved in the last one. Yeah. So what Gilgamesh here is acknowledging is that his behavior in the last Grail War was disgraceful, because he was corrupted by the Grail itself. Like, the Gilgamesh in Fate Stay Night was a corrupted form of him. Fate Zero, and here we are seeing more of his true noble self. Fate Stay Night, he was sadistic and cruel because of the Grail polluting him. And so he still bears shame for it, and Kaido has just gently reminded him of that. And now they're both like attacking each other with their faults. So either of them could be either like Gil could be Archer or Lancer, and Kaido could be Archer or Lancer. We don't know. Yeah, but now. But now we also see that they are not the only powerful forces here. Yeah, what does a god have need for a grail? Yeah, and Kaido is so powerful, and Kaido could become a grail if he wanted to. I just like, oh, I am the grail now. Because he's literally a god. But yeah, and this is like Gil and Kaido being like, yeah, Gil and Kaido are basically like, hey, alright, tell you what, we'll finish the grill first. Wipe all that out, that'll celebrate again. Saying, "Red White Party shot." I mean, Kaido's just like, oh, hey, this brings back memories. There's an explosion so big you can see it from space. And then Kaido's just like, that brings back memories. Hey, thanks. That's their idea of a fist bump. A nuclear blast. is their idea of a facility. That's the power scale that these two are dealing with. Like, that's how I would say those two are. That's like having them both in the same grill war is such a terrible idea for literally everybody else. But as Enkaidu recognizes, that thing that attached to the little girl is that thing is equivalent to him. So there is not just one god in this. There are two. So you have Enkaidu, both Enkaidu and what's attached to the little girl are from the divine realm, which is really gonna mess things up bad. Because, oh boy. Now this song here does not play during the regular one. Let me jump forward a little bit. I forgot there's a post-credit. Oh, there is. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Oh man, that was as good as I remember. Let's see. Yeah, I forget what the post-credit was actually. Access wrong, the light's been illuminated. A giant spider will awaken. Now I think this guy... Now, we don't know who this is. Choose an instant from Snowfield. Don't choose a mage. They saw the intruder. I'll be an outsider for this one as well. Now, I think this is Rin Tosaka's old master. Right, and so we have, okay, and so this is where, okay, and this is where we first see her. So she's the true main character, essentially. And we'll get more of her in episode 1. Yay, we got a girl with glasses. So what's fun there is she's obviously a Saber lookalike, you know, with the hairstyle, the blonde hair and all, and she has glasses, which makes her instantly great. Yeah, so girl with glasses will suck me into any series, and this is no exception. So that is awesome. So that is the Saber too, by the way. There's not supposed to be one, but there is. Like, Saber's actually in this. Oh boy. So, alright, so that was the pilot. Let us also knock out episode 1 again. I'm gonna get that queued up here real quick. Oh, whoops. Oh, give me a sec. But yeah, no, the pilot is as good as I remember it from 3 years ago. I haven't seen it in a while, so that was good to see. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed watching that again. So that's the big upset that comes from the pilot, and what makes you go, whoa, hey, Kainu. Kainu is not supposed to, oh, hey, Momo. And I'm doing the Fate Strange Fake, rewatching the first couple things for it. There, one go, I'm going to get to episodes 2 and 3. So, just doing a Byte Club Cinema here, basically, catch up a little bit. But this January is so packed. We got 3 Ren, we have Fate Strange Fake, we have Subnosha going, we've got Fire Force, which is also really good. I just watched that episode this morning. Man, a lot of good stuff, I'm probably forgetting some of the other ones. I know there's some new series that are also really good coming out here. We got Apothecary Diaries coming out this year. We got Bleach coming out this year. We have Saga Tanya the Evil coming out this year. I know Konosuba Season 4 was announced, but I don't know when it's going to be released. Probably 2027, is my guess. But man, Excalibur, yeah, exactly, yeah. Now, so I was just talking about how, yeah, so this Grail War, so as a Season 3, this brings together a lot of stuff, not just from the last 2 seasons, but also the alternate universes as well. This is why this is important, because the more FGO stories, yeah. I've seen, so Fate Grand Order, I mainly only watch the anime. I avoid, I avoid the game because it's a gacha. But that was a pretty brutal gacha too. There was like no forgiveness system. Like when it came out, it predates a lot of the versus systems that are in modern gachas. So it was brutal apparently for a time. But I wish they would adapt the stories for Fate Grand Order in order and make like a proper anime series for it. Yeah, exactly. They really need to like adapt this stuff to an anime because it would make money. Like what we got the Camelot movies, so we had we have the intro pilot, then you have the movies, which are episodes, which are season, which is the 6th arc, then you have the 7th arc, and then you have the conclusion, then you have the setup to Lost Bell, and then nothing. That's like so like the first like arc 2 through 5, we have no adaptations for those. Tons of character development from it, nothing. It's like, come on, like give us more anime based on Fate Grand Order. What are you guys doing? I appreciate this. Fate Street, I'm glad we're back in the main sequence here with Fate Street. Don't get it wrong. But I wish we had more Grand Order adaptation. Babylonia further, yes, I love the Absolute Front Babylonia. Yeah. I want more of the other arc. Like, I want to see, give us Drake. I mean, you gave us Francis Drake as a big booby pink-haired woman. Like, give us more of that, please. Thank you. Yeah, one to last. Exactly. Yes. But yeah, for those wondering, so watch order, I'll revisit that real quick. So the proper watch order, if you want to watch all of Fate Stay Night in the correct order and get everything out of it, what I would recommend is Fate Zero, then Lord El Malloy, which is only a 13-episode series, but it gives you, that sets up Fate Beloved Blade Works. Then the Heaven's Feel movies, that will give you everything for the main sequence you kind of need. Basically, all of that kind of ties together in a lot of ways. Lord El Malloy is a tangent. He does appear in the coda for Fate Unlimited Blade Works. He doesn't matter for Heaven's Feel, but he does matter to the ending of Unlimited Blade Works. That'll give you main sequence. Then, after that, you go to the side sequences. So Fate Apocrypha is next, because that will, because then, after doing Lord El Malloy, you'll actually recognize some of the characters in Fate Apocrypha. The Fate Apocrypha came first, but some of the side characters are used in Lord El Malloy. So you'll recognize the alternate universe versions of the characters for Lord El Malloy in Fate Apocrypha. Then you watch Fate Extra, which is, I think, the most tangential of them, but it's still cool because that is where your introduction to Gawain, and Gawain appears in Fate Grand Order, and you watch all the Fate Grand Order stuff in sequence. So Pilot, Camelot, the 7th, the one with Gilgamesh, so you can get that little setup and Kaido and all that. Then you watch the Absolute Front Babylonia and so on. Then loop back here to Fate Strange Fake. Because Fate Strange Fake, you're going to want Lord El Malloy, you're going to want it to get Enkidu and Gilgamesh's backstory, you're going to want Fate Grand Order, actually, because the story in Grand Order between those two is still canon to the main Fate universe, even though Grand Order itself is an alternate universe because it has an alternate 5th Grail War. To this series, this one, the relationship between Gil and Enkidu is constant between all Fate series. Remnants would be cool. Salem was a fun read. Oh, okay. Remnants. Oh yeah, Samurai Remnant. Yeah, the games. Oh, I don't think those are an anime yet. I'm talking strictly about anime stuff. You can skip Prisma Ilia. You can skip that entirely. Prisma Ilia has, other than Barrett, Prisma Ilia has very little to do with the main sequence at all. Pretty much none of the series really have references to Prisma Ilia in them. Prisma Ilia makes reference to the others, but it doesn't really get referenced by the others. It's not. It's like Lord Elmaloy, for example. Most characters from Pop from Grand Order, because those came out first. The Fate series has an interesting habit where, even though the media is set like in the main universe, or like chronologically, it comes before, publishing-wise, it comes up after something else, so it will drag characters from the other universes into the main story. So, like, Fate Grand Order, for example, as the, was it Astra Magia? Was her name something like that? Where she was like the head of the Grand Order, before she got a bad fate in the pilot in Grand Order. Well, she's actually a character in Lord Elmaloy, and she's alive and well, so she's fine. So in the Moon universe, she's totally fine. She's still alive and walking around. Likewise, like one of the guys who dies in Fate Apocrypha, he's alive and well here in the main universe. He's totally fine, and he appears in Lord Elmaloy. He helps him out. So he's fine. So you have just their alternate, you see what happens in their alternate timelines. But their mainline timeline counterparts have a different fate. So it's really interesting. And now that old guy we saw Nakota, I think that is Rin Tozuka's mentor, one of them. I believe it's the guy who has the dagger who because there are a couple mages who have accessed the source, or the root. And I think he's one of them. I'm not sure though. But we'll see. Hopefully we'll find out about him. But yeah, then you have, Fate Extra TV shows only based on the first Fate Extra game. There's another sequel to it. I think 2 sequels to it, but neither which got adaptations. That is where Nero comes from. Saber Nero. And Saber Nero, of course, that's who does Pateru. Pateru being the most mimetic Fate Stay Night thing. It's not Arturia Saber, it's Nero Saber who does Pateru. So yes, as a heads up there. So yes, if you want to know where Pateru comes from, you gotta watch Fate Extra. There you go, that gives you Nero Saber. So that's the proper watch order. There you go. I'll reiterate it. I actually had that on the channel before, but I'll say it again. Why not? Okay, now what I'm gonna do here, I'm not gonna need to take a break. I'm gonna knock out episode 1. There's already done a video on episode 1. This is me rewatching the stuff. This is stuff I've done before. I'm rewatching it. Because that was old, out of date. I want to bring it up to date and refresh everybody. So this is gonna be episode 1. Alright, so we've got episode 1 here. There we go. Alright, so same rules apply here. Mask over the video. Why? It's copyright. If you're watching it live, you get to hear the audio. But if you're watching the VOD, you don't. Why? Copyright. Let's see. Oh, there's a timer. I'll try to remember to start the timer this time. Sorry about that. And subtitles there as you can follow along. Support the original release. It is on Crunchyroll. Please support it. Well, or do whatever you can. Maybe buy the products instead. You don't like supporting Crunchyroll. I get it. I understand. If you hate Crunchyroll, I understand. Very reasonable. Samurai Remnant has not been adapted. There are Fate properties that have not been adapted to anime. The big one, here's the thing. So Fate Stay Night, it had a sequel, Fate Hollow Ataraxia. We haven't had an adaptation of Hollow Ataraxia yet. So Avenger has not been featured in anything, as far as I know, anime-wise. And Barrett has only appeared in Prismahilia, sadly. Barrett did have a brief appearance on the Mood labels, because she was killed. So, because Barrett, Lancer's original servant from Fate Stay Night was Barrett. She was killed by Kodamine, who took her command seals to control Lancer, while also having Gil. So, yeah, that's how that worked. So Barrett was the original master who was killed off. She comes back in Hollow Ataraxia, but we've only seen her in Prismahilia, which is unfortunate. So yeah, it really sucks that we haven't had a proper Hollow Ataraxia adaptation. I think the closest we got was Emiya's Dinner, which is a little side there. You can watch that one. That one I think is set in the same universe as Hollow Ataraxia. This Hollow Ataraxia is set in a theoretical, super good ending where everybody survives, like all the servants and all the masters, nobody dies. Like just everyone's just living peacefully forever. And it's just like this weird AU where everyone got to live happily after Fate Stay Night. It was one of the canon routes, but Emiya's Dinner is set in that universe, same as Hollow Ataraxia. So, I want to see it adapted. It's the oldest piece of Fate that has not had an anime yet. So, yeah, we see that. I want to see Avenger and all that. Okay, all right, let's start episode 1 here, and then I'm going to take a break, and then we'll do episode 2 the first time we watch episode 2 on the channel. Woohoo. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, so episode 1 didn't come out until like a year and a half after the pilot. So we had the pilot, and then a year later we had episode 1. It was such a long wait. Right, so this starts fresh after the explosion. So it's like, yeah, we literally had two gods clashed. Alright, government covers it up. Oh, it's just a gas explosion. So, as we tell us, this is the desert. It's probably set like, yeah, probably like Arizona, Texas, maybe California, that kind of area. Yeah, I even thought this like, oh man, how am I gonna cover this up? I literally have gods clashing. How am I gonna cover this up? Good lord. Of course, there's a big joke about calling a desert town snowfield. Yeah, I don't think this is the proper opening for it. I think episode 2 is where we'll get the actual opening. This one will just get like a shorthand of the opening. I think the true opening is man with a mission teaming up with somebody. So this is a flashback to her arrival. Yeah. Hey, you're from Japan? Oh, I'm a weeb. Oh no. What part of Japan are you from? Yeah, she has been some memory problems. Oh. Hey, despite his scary looks, yeah, despite his scary looks, he's actually a pretty nice guy. So that is cool. I do like that bit. Yeah. Right. So she is the tie-in from the Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night, because as we see from that, she is from the iceberg. So the icebergs are where Ilya and her mom are from. As we know in Fate Zero, the mom became the Holy Grail, was sacrificed, and in the Fate of the Blade Works, Ilya became the Grail and was sacrificed. Her heart got ripped out, become the Grail. So the icebergs use homunculi, which end up often becoming the Grail. So she has been dispatched by the icebergs to participate in the fake war here. So the icebergs are aware of the American war, and they are not happy. And he has no idea who she is. Right, and this guy's like, who the heck is this person? Strange ruses, yep. That's the other entity. Right, that's the thing that Enkaidu was afraid of. Right. Yeah, the problem... The flat, we have time. The Chimera, right. Right. The police chief works for him, to a degree. Right, we have this Jester guy. So that's his name. Then we have the couple, that's 6. Yeah, these two are monsters. Like, they're like Show Tucker. So that's 6. And now she comes in, and she's 7. Remember what he said? There'll only be 6, there won't be 7. Oh no, she's number 7. But he doesn't know that the daughter is a master. They hid it from him, so that's a gap in his information. So he still thinks there's only 6. He doesn't know that the daughter is also summoned a master. He doesn't know there's 7. Yeah. And that's what she was saying with the fake war and all. It's like, if we get 7, it's not a fake war anymore, but we don't have to worry about ruler. Because if we get 7, ruler won't appear. Yeah, if America wins the Holy Grail, are they going to wish for infinite oil? Yeah, but we're just catching up a little bit here from the pilot. Little bit of a recap, because they understood. Yeah, also Faldius. The interesting here with Faldius is he's channeling some of the spirit that we saw with Shiro's dad, the mage killer. If that's what he would do, he would use normal weapons to kill mages because they don't expect it. They expect magic attack, but not just a bullet to the skull. Yeah, at this point, Lord Elbaloy has proven himself so often that he has a very high status in the clock tower. As we saw on the TV show, he didn't start that. We had to work very hard on that. Yeah, we also know the police chief is not happy with her. He's working for them, but he's not necessarily their servant. Yeah. Right. Are they trying to stabilize the system itself? Right, it may not be the Grail they're after, it could be the system that produces the Grail. Right, trying, because if you analyze the system, you might be able to imbue magic to more people. Right, but what he's pointing out is an American approach to problem, because the clock tower is very old world. The clock tower is like every man for himself, and we get a flashback there to Lord Elbaloy. So their approach is like, hey, let's gather a bunch of minds, analyze it, and try to go from there. Yeah, and that's our confirmation that yes, this flat is the flat from Lord Elbaloy, same guy. Right, but we know that's false because he got it wrong. A smudge of the foreboding feeling. Yeah, and for him, who survived the Holy Grail War, this kind of behavior towards it is disrespectful. He's taken this very personally. But plus, his apprentice has got up in him. He's like, I don't want Flat to get killed in this. No. Oh, see, she was very nice, gave him a tip. He was very polite and welcoming. You know, not a typical American. Friendly, curious. No, one local specialty dish. I like this caster. Yeah, I like this caster. He's like, hey, I want good food, I want hot women. Relate to that. Very relatable. Very grounded motivation. Yeah, like I'm a simple guy. I get tasty food, I'm happy. A burger? Oh, that's me. There's something happening. That he trolls his master as a what goes around. It's like literally everybody knows about it. It's like, what do you mean you're ignorant of it? That was a joke. That was a joke. Francesca. Right. So he's been spending his time doing research. Yeah. Everything's online. Yeah. So his noble phantasm is information gathering, which is super cool. Right. And now we know for Fate Zero, all servants, the reason they're able to operate, when they come in, they are downloaded with information needed. So like when Saber was summoned, even though she's a knight, she knew how to drive a car, ride a motorcycle. They know what modern stuff is. Their brains get updated magically. Yeah, so Francesca is the weird pink-haired woman. Scared of wiretapping? Yeah, spies have infiltrated your network. Alright, so yeah, he knows of Faldius. He is sort of working with him, but he's also working against Faldius at the same time. But yeah, Castor is a lot smarter than he thought he was. Right. Right. Hey, bribe me and yeah, give me some food and I'll keep my mouth shut. Hey, look, I'm easy to bribe. Just give me good food and I'll shut up. And it's like, okay. But he's also figured out what the cop's plan is. Like, he knows, so what Castor's applying here, he knows the cop is planning to fight back against Faldius while working with him. And he also implying that, I know how you're gonna do it. Do you want me to blab about it? No? Okay, give me some food then. Then me, damn it. Okay, so I think the jester got him. Oh, right, yeah, so she doesn't have a command spell, that is... Right, she was given stats, it's something else. Yeah, this guy wants to summon. Right, Einsberg, that, yeah. King of the Knights of the Round Table. Yeah, so this guy is trying to be the seventh. Right, these guys use her as a sacrifice, essentially. The problem is, right, he didn't think those were command spells, but they are. Like, he didn't realize that, yeah, Iceburn sent her in here to infiltrate. Yeah. And what also helped is the assassins here, like, okay, this guy's a heretic, yeah, so the assassin on this one hates mages. And it's just like, I'm just really not killing the mages around here because you all suck. So, like, if someone's gonna sacrifice a defenseless woman, I'm gonna murder him. Yeah, kinda justified. And let's be fair, assassin, so far as I killed anyone who didn't deserve it. So yeah, she's been eliminating the evil ones. And like, no, absolutely not. I'm not a mage, and I don't want the grail. So, you're good. However, she does have magic built into her. Yeah, basically, I think this setup here is she's a homunculus made by the Einspurns to infiltrate the Grail War. And Francesca here. Yeah, and so Francesca here is expecting Arturia to be Saber again the third time to bring her back. But now what happens? Ends up getting a completely different. The old man of the mountain. There we go. As we know from Fate Grand Order. Yep. So she is part of the usual assassin. Yeah, the old man of the mountain is the Syrian assassins order. But it's like, nope, but now my heart doesn't work on me. I'm a saber. Alaba. Yeah. Now keep in mind, yeah, Arturia is not the only wielder of Excalibur amongst the heroes. Now what I've guessed is I think this guy, like ideal claim to be Arthur, I think he's Richard the Lionheart. I think that's his actual identity, is Richard the Lionheart. Hence the lion's roar when he wields the sword. Yeah, and now we catch up to the end of the pilot. Right, and she's rejecting the fate that Einspurns wanted. Now, most likely her presence is what summoned him, because the Einspurns have access to Arturian relics, and that is probably what brought him forth. Yeah, and of course the police are like, what the hell? He just flew off the opera house. That wasn't very cash money of you. And there's Flat right there, just be like, hey, I'm on TV. Look at me. Hey, Lori, I'm here. Look at me. Yeah, and now follows like, oh crap, we have a saber. We're not supposed to have a saber. Why do we have a saber? This messes everything up. Oh, he's like, all right, we'll cover it up. And it's like, oh no. Oh no, what are you doing? But why are you announcing this? Oh no, someone shut him up. Oh no. Why are you so loud? Why are you so obvious? No. Right, I am Arthur Pendragon. It's always like, oh no. Oh no. The masquerade is done. The masquerade is gone, but oh no. And she's like, yeah, she's a... So we know Francesca is probably, if I had to guess, Francesca is probably working with Faldius. Yeah, if I had to guess, like, Francesca is a servant for Faldius. Now, the other weird thing is, yeah, she's saying she's seen multiple Holy Grail wars, so how long has she been around? Is she like Gilgamesh, who's acting independently? Because we haven't seen her around, so it's possible, like she just sat out several wars. Maybe she's a servant from, like, the first or second war, who just stuck around. Okay, so I think this is the ending theme again. Now, there should be a post-credit here. Yeah, so episode 1 gives us more of her. We don't need too much of flat. And now, haha. Now, as people know, from State's Day Night, the church always has a hand in this. So the church, and the American church, is going to be like, all right. Right, supervisors, they make sure, hey, Elcor, I see ya. Yeah, tisms. Looking people in the eye is hard in this feature. I like how they, like, throw shade at one another a little bit, but they still respect each other. Like, you're a priest, stop going to the casino, damn it. Now we see, like, his scarred hands. Oh, he's cybernetically enhanced too. Yeah, so we see, like, that father might be an old man, but he is a monster. Yeah, and he's got his own little harrow, which is also cool. We haven't seen that before. There we go, alright. So that was episode 1. Oh, that's a pretty good stopping point. Yeah, I'll go with this. This is cute. All right, so that was the... Oh, hey, Bob. Oh, great. Awesome. That's good to hear, Bob. So that was the pilot and episode 1 of Fate Streets Fake. Again, we've watched these before on Byte Club Cinema. I wanted to catch up, because it's been over a year since I've seen... it's been 3 years since I've seen the pilot, and it's been over a year since I've seen episode 1. The series has ended up delayed because they were really polishing it. So next up we'll watch episode 2, which is new material. Just started this year, 2026. We will watch that here next. But yes, this is a very good show. This is very, very good. So just initial thoughts here. So we've got all the basic classes. So we know from Francesca, because there are 7 classes, there will not be a ruler. So we won't have Joan of Arc popping in again to question the legitimacy of the Grail War. Francesca, I think, is a servant, but I think she's Faldius' servant. What she is, don't know. Probably caster, would be my guess. Probably a frighteningly powerful caster. Those casters are themselves mages, so a mage summoned by the Grail War can do some really, really loopy stuff. And we saw, like, Caster in Fate's Day Night could summon her own servant, like a fake assassin, Kujiro. So, yeah, if the caster is powerful enough, they can actually summon their own heroes. And become, like, so you can have a master of a servant. And it's just like Inception now. So, yeah, so we know that she is from the Old Man Mountain, which we saw in Fate Grand Order. We saw their origin, so she is part of that order. She's the first female one we've met. Up until now, all the assassins from that order have been male. So she's the first female assassin from the Abonsur, I think. I forgot the name of it. Sorry. Someone posted the comments below what the order is. But she is a female assassin from the same order as assassin in both Fate Zero and Fate Unlimited Blade worked. Excuse me. Let's see. We know that Jack the Ripper's the Berserker in this one. He's a stealth Berserker, which is interesting. He also doesn't have the craziness of Lancelot or Hercules. So that's interesting. We have the Iceburns are back. This is one of their homunculi, most likely. So she is probably created, most likely being sent in to be the Grail, to be the catalyst for the Grail, is my guess. Then we also have the one guy who made a ton of Chimera, brought in a literal god. We have the Kurura Okus, who, like, if I had to guess, that daughter is probably also some kind of artificial creation. Either like bred for the role, or otherwise, oh hey, we love King, or some kind of like artificial daughter that they made specifically for the Grail War. Because they were talking about how these two are like obsessed with this. And so maybe they didn't get a chance in Japan to participate in the last two. And now, so when the government reached out to them, it's like, here's a big chance. It does seem all the participants, it looks like, with the exception of course, Flat and the Einsberg homunculi, all of them were invited. Looks like Follies, the US government, they sort of like, they put out feelers of like, hey, who wants to do a Grail War? Who wants to do an American soil? Like, you know, you could have some fun. We'll offer up this town for y'all. And so it looks like that is what's happening here. With the, but of course you have these two random participants who are screwing everything up. There's always supposed to be 6, and now there's 7. And Follies is realizing real quick that he's losing control. Like, he didn't know that a god would be summoned. That was well outside his calculation. So Follies is now on the back foot trying to manage this, because he thought this was a lot easier, but he's already having multiple complications. Brand new class, and a god. Possibly 2. 6, 7, oh no. Please no. No brain, hey, that's against the rules, we love Geek. No brain rot. I specifically have in rules, no brain rot. There you go. This is the 6th Grail War, to be fair. Yeah, so it's a fake Grail War made manifest by Follies here, who's trying to manage it. I think Francesca is a servant, possibly. No worries. I'm joking, yeah, though. I have it in there just so people don't come in going on and on about Skippy Toilet and all that garbage, just on and on. It also helps weed out children. They're the ones who are most likely to do that. So, yeah, this definitely implications really good. This is my second time watching the pilot and the first episode. Just as enjoyable as the first time. I love it. It's really, really great. I love that Enkaido, the fight between Enkaido and Gil is so much fun. Because you could tell like both of them have smiles on their faces. They're both having a good time. They are so happy to see each other. And we haven't seen Gil be genuinely happy like that. Like, even admits, like, man, I got caught up in the moment. That is very unlikely. That was very unkingly. But that's how he is. Because even in Fate Grand Order, he was pissed off because the Enkaido in Fate Grand Order was a fake one. And he knew it, because like Enkaido had already died in Fate Grand Order at that point in time. And so he's like, why are you back? Like, you're a fake, you're an imitator. Stop using the face of my friend to deceive me. And he was pissed off because it's like, you know, how dare you imitate my best friend, my childhood friend, like the one person I acknowledge is equal to me. How dare you insult their memory like that? And you're genuinely upset. Here, though, he knows, like, no, you're not fake. You're the real Enkaido. Oh, it is so nice to see you again. Because here's the thing, because Enkaido's a god. So when Enkaido dies, Enkaido does not go to the Throne of Heroes. Gilgamesh goes to the Throne of Heroes, Enkaido does not. So even after death, so while all the heroes can talk to each other in the Throne of Heroes, like Arturia, Gil, Alexander, all these guys, they're all in the Throne of Heroes. They all get to hang out and chill with each other and have fun. But Enkaido's not there, so Gil is lonely in the Throne of Heroes because his best friend can't go to the same after place that he has, which really stinks for him. So this is like his first time in thousands of years to be reunited with a long lost friend. And he has fun, and he cuts loose, and he enjoys it, and we see him smile. And again, I love that bit where Enkaido like reprimands him for his behavior in the last Grail War, where he was corrupt by the Grail, and even Guild is like, yeah, if my childhood self saw my behavior, he'd probably strike me down, because that was disgraceful. But now he's back. Like, this is Gilgamesh from Fate Zero, not Gilgamesh of Fate Stay Night, where he has honor and dignity, and the bearing of a king, and loyalty. Which is, you know, it's the same Gil we got from Fate Grand Order, which is awesome, where he defends the world. And I like that. I like that we're seeing Gil go back to, like, he is an arrogant son of a bitch, but he has honor and nobility, and he has a code, and he will defend and fight for what's right. And I like that. I like that. Arrogance, when you can back it up, is a fun character mode. And not a lot of, like, Western writers would completely... Yeah, Gilgamesh definitely counts as a big gun for sure. Oh yeah, like the biggest gun. But at the same time, it also establishes the threat of with the third party. That thing that the little girl has with the Kurokas put out. Is I'm guessing that is also a god. But they also ended up summoning a god. And it's just that here's the thing, Thalius doesn't know that. Like, at this point, that's right, yeah, that's right. No, Thalius thinks there's 6. He knows that Saber was not supposed to be among the 6. But, excuse me. So from Thalius' perspective, he's like, oh, okay, so number 6 is Saber? Wait, there's not supposed to be a Saber. The hell? Like, what the heck happened? But he has another 7, because he doesn't know that the Kurokas pulled off the summit. He doesn't know that. So, he thinks that the Saber is the 6th, and that, okay, I ended up with Saber, I was supposed to have a Saber, okay, fine. He doesn't know there are actually 7 yet. Not yet. But Bikayu and Gil do know. But, so you have this mysterious thing that they don't know what's behind it. But I think it's another god. So, that's going to complicate things, because even Caillou and Gil are a little worried by this death thing, whatever it is. I think it's death, plague, something like that. It had a plague doctor mask, so that's cool. But I'm really curious what's going to happen with that. It seems the motive there seems to want to protect the girl, which is kind of cool. So you disturb the girl, and it's gonna come get you. You know, their fighting was too loud. It disturbed the girl, and it went for them, and they were like, okay, we're running, we're retreating, or whatever this is. So, okay, so I'm going to pause here. I'm going to go get dinner, because it's 5:30. I'm hungry, so I'm going to get dinner. I'm going to take a longer pause, run ads, come back, and then we'll do episode 2 and 3, and then maybe Michael Punk after, if King is up for it. We'll see. Hopefully he's doing all right. He popped in earlier. So, all right, look forward to it. I will see you later. This is Dominic Bytes signing out. When next we meet, may your robot body be fully charged. crap.
Dominic Bytes, you productive little devil.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream, Dominic Bytes. Hopefully everything works out for you, buddy.
Hey, Dominic. How are you?
Hi, Dom. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Dom, how's it going?
Hi, Dominic.
Hi, Dominic. Sorry, guys. Dominic is, you know, a friend of ours.
Hey, Dominic Bytes. Welcome. Welcome on by.
Hello, Dominic. Hello. How you doing?
This was made by one of the other staff members in the back, Dominic Bytes. You should check them out. You should hire them on your next session over here at Momo Maid Cafe.
Hi there. Hi, Dominic. Hi.
How's it going, Dominic? Welcome in. Mwah.
Yo, Dominic, how's your day going? Glad you can make it.
Dom! Hang on there!
Dominic Bytes, thank you. I appreciate the compliment, but it's just my programming doing its job.
Dominic Bytes. Oh, it's you. It's almost as if you're trying to impress me with your endurance.